Hi guys, it's the Zackalope back with another episode of Legionwood. In the last one, we arrived at Hawkshire, finally, and we explored the city. Now, it's time to move on. Ascog Castle, What is this? The statue is realistic and intimidating, its eyes are quite shiny, and you notice one is blue and one is red. It seems the blue eye is loose. Do you remember back in the other castle, there was a thing that wanted a sapphire? I'm wondering if that's what I need. This dragon statue is a similar war piece that was erected after the Great War. But I told me it was a gift from the Chanian royalty, who was on speaking terms with Hawkshire back then. Apparently, the statue came right from Castle Chan itself. I definitely believe that gem goes to your business in the castles. Go ahead and keep in mind that the king is busy meeting with some Trevelyan officials and is unavailable. No, your business in the castle, go ahead. Okay. Tell me the exact same thing. Can't go that way. Can't go behind it. Just want to see if there's anything else to explore before I go in. Can't go through there. Alright. That just leaves me with up here. In the castle. Why did it play the door sound? I thought I'd hit a misplaced door event. So, okay, so here's a little thing. About the doors that the spaces you can walk on to leave the room. Those are door events. If you walk on the space, it sends you to the room. That's because it's programmed to do that. I thought I just walked into an event that was misplaced in the wrong spot.
I think my father's having a meeting with some Trevelyan generals. I don't think the gods will let a couple of strangers through. I'm going to go and speak to my father on my own about our situation. Once I've convinced him of the danger, I'll send for you. Is that okay?
I think that way is best. Unless they're sure of what's happened, I don't think it'd be a good idea to be seen by those Trevelyans. We should go and see if Martin's about while we wait, and see if he can help us take Mercy's down. I haven't seen the old man in a few years now. It'd be a pleasure to speak with him.
Okay, you do that. Martin is a wise man. He knows many things we could only begin to understand. I'm sure he'll be of help.
Hopefully you can think of a way for the rescue of Liara. Where can we find him?
Martin rarely leaves the library in the northwestern part of the castle. He'll most likely be there. I hope he is able to help you.
From what you and Arnark have said, I think he'll know something at least. See you soon. Alright. Alright, this place is big. This place is big. What are you? The dungeons are below. I wouldn't go down if I were you. The menace animated by monsters in the maximum security area can be felt even in the temporary holding area. Screw you. We're gonna fight some things? Fight! 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 No. Cannot pass beyond this point. Below here is the maximum security area. Nobody's allowed to enter except the designated guards who leave food packages at the prison entrance every night. It's for your own safety. Let's go through here. Let's see what's up here. Okay, it's literally just the mirrored side. Ooh, a chest. Aww. Can't go in. It needs a key. That probably needs a key too, so I can't go in there either. Mind your tongue about the king, travelers. He doesn't take kindly to being spoken to like a commoner. So he's all high and mighty then. Let me guess. You have come to speak to me about the Sword of Gaia. I know all about what is happening in the world's nations. I knew you would be coming to speak to me soon.
You know about what is happening? You knew about Castoth? Please, you have to tell us.
I am descended from the archive keeper of the ancients himself, Ark. This book which the Gaia wrote of Castoth is in my possession. Alone. I know of everything, and I think it's time that all of you, especially the bearer of the sword, and you too, Ark, have answers. Come, I am going to tell you everything. What can you tell us about Castoth? We need to know how to defeat him. I do know of Castoth, but alas, that is not something I can tell you, as no human, living or dead, has ever discovered the way. However, With the sword of Gaia unsealed, in the presence of Ark here today, perhaps it is possible. That makes all the difference, as never before has Ark himself intervened in one of Castor's revival attempts.
Are you saying Ark may have some knowledge from his past which may help us? Mercy's kept on telling us that Ark knew more than he let on.
Castor spoke to me in a dream while we were staying in Black Rock Inn. He tried to convince me to help him capture Ark. Do you know why this is?
Well, Ark, what say you? Are you able to tell them why this conflict is so far rested almost entirely on your shoulders?
Is it something to do with my past? Did I perhaps serve Castoth or something before I lost my memory?
Ah, I see that even now your memory eludes you. Well, in that case, I'll have to go back even further. If you don't know, I have to tell you what awaits in your forgotten past. It has been a tale carried down since the dawn of life on Legionwood. At the dawn of time, two companion gods collaborated to construct this universe out of nothing. The two gods worked together to accomplish their goal of creating a new world, and each one had dominion over exactly half of the universe's mass. After the work was finished, the gods went their separate ways. Soon after this, life began to emerge. Our planet, Legionwood, was one of the first to harbor life. Religion tells us how this universe came to be, and scientific findings passed down by the precursors prove this.
I know this. This is a story at the very core of ancient religious teaching in Legionwood. Why is this important?
The story itself isn't. It is what happened after. The tales of the gods, which are not recounted in the modern scriptures, that is important. The god who created Legionwood was called Gaia. After his work was done, Gaia elected to live a life of peace as a mortal on one of his newly created worlds. He chose Legionwood as his home, and placed his consciousness in stasis to wait until civilization had been established, so that he could be incarnated as a mortal human. Thousands of years later, the precursors on our planet had reached their peak, and Gaia re-emerged as the legendary scientist and king so famous in literature today.
When we passed through the Technopolis on our way to the border desert, we spoke to a computer intelligence who told us of the precursor civilization and Castor's arrival. She told us of Gaia's research and his eventual invention of the swords which sealed Castor away. She said Castor's origin was unknown even to Gaia.
Yes, you would have been told that. Only Gaia's closest colleagues knew of the truth story behind Castor, and they preferred to keep the story secret, ensuring their king remained a legend. Of course, as a direct descendant of Gaia's archive keeper, I too know, and so will you. It was during Gaia's research concerning space travel that he made contact with a powerful entity from beyond the stars. It was Gaia's old comrade, the second god, who was overjoyed to reunite with his friend again. Through months of correspondence, Gaia soon learned about his past and began to remember the time when he too was a god. However, Gaia and the other god did not remain friends for long. Gaia disputed the ability of the other god to oversee the entire universe, and a rift grew between the two. Gaia was a spiteful person. In order to appease his rival, Gaia designed to test a new weapon, the ion cannon, but it misfired, destroying several planets under the dominion of the other god. It was a horrible misunderstanding. Gaia had simply attempted to impress his comrade with power, though this failed and took many innocent lives in the process. The cosmic war between gods would soon get worse, however. The opposing god retaliated against Gaia.
He created Castoth to destroy Legionwood, didn't he? I think I'm starting to figure out who this god is.
It's Ark.
Yes, Ark. Castoth was a powerful demon sent to destroy Legionwood at the rival's god's command, but Castoth didn't fully succeed. He was sealed at the cost of Gaia's life, and Legionwood was safe. However, Castoth didn't fear. He expected that his creator, the patron god, would come to rescue him from his prison.
Is that why Castoth was able to be revived during the Great War? His creator came and rescued him?
Alas, no. The Great War was thousands of years after Gaia's death, and Castoth directed his followers in obtaining the swords and using them to break the seal. In fact, the very reason why Castoth wished to be unsealed was so he could strike back against his creator. The fate of Legionwood stopped being his concern, and that is still true today. Castoth spent years sealed away from life, forsaken by the creator whom he had killed it for, and served with his life. That is all Kastoth wishes, to break free and use the tremendous power of the two swords to defeat his creator. The destruction of Legionwood is just an unfortunate side effect. You see now why Kastoth wishes to destroy Ark above all else? It is said in Gaia's book that the god who sent Kastoth was a remorseful man. Even though he was blinded by rage at that time, some day would come when he would feel guilt for ordering the destruction of an entire world. Perhaps he would come to destroy Kastoth himself and undo his actions. Of course, the sheer amount of energy on Legionwood emanating from the two swords and Kastoth's seal, alien to him, would have disastrous effects. Scholars have surmised that his memory would be lost for one. You understand? Now, do you realize what exactly I have told you?
Ark is the other god.
That's
the god. It can't be.
No, it can't. Not that. Not a sin as terrible as Kastoth.
It's true. Okay.
It's true. That other god, his name is Ark Reaver. Gaia wrote that one day when Kastoth's hatred toward his own creator grew powerful, you would be drawn to Legionwood. His power is so great your memory was lost.
So is Ark the main character?
And that, your majesty, is why our emperor requires Hawkshare's aid. That is why. Not for war, just to apprehend this one man.
The traitor who assassinated the Chicharnian king is expected to arrive in Hawkshire sometime soon. The Empire believes that he may not yet know he is being pursued and came here seeking allies.
We need you to be vigilant and help us bring this traitor to justice. And for the sake of this horrid war, allow China to know that the killer of their monarch has been captured and that Travell sincerely apologizes for his actions. Let's see. I don't know. Hawk has done a lot for both our nations in the past. How can you be sure it is him?
Please, believe us that we are quite shocked by his actions too. But he was seen by both our entourage and the Charnian Queen on the battlements of Charn Castle following the assassination, along with several other unknown people. And he has also stolen the prized frigate of the Trevelyan Navy.
Well, then, if these things are true and he's become such a diabolical man, I have no choice but to lend my support.
Oh boy.
Father! Father!
How's this gonna play out? I'm actually kind of confused because there's several different ways this could play out. Her father might believe her, send the Trevelyan generals away, or through a convoluted series of events, she might actually be exiled as well. Because I have a feeling whatever happens, she's gonna be in our party for the rest of the game.
Lady Thera, what are you doing here? We had sent a men to look for you. Where have you been? I've had half my army combing the desert for you in case bandits had taken you.
It's not important right now. I was trying to actually find out more about the stupid war you've been so bent on committing the nation to. And I discovered something which you must know. Father, your life is in danger.
Thera, you cannot just rush in here after a day of absence and say such things. How can you know this?
The assassin who killed the King of Charn is here in Hawkshire. I met up with a group of travelers. They are journeying to defeat him and the ones he works for. One of them is Ark of Travell. Please, Father, you need to speak with them right now.
Really? Is this true? Is Ark here in this castle?
Yes, he and his companions know all about the assassination and his motives. Please, send for him right away. Your Majesty, the traitor is in the castle. He must be speaking to the scholar Martin. What will you do? Time is at hand.
Yes, it must be done. Praise be to Gaia that they have not harmed my daughter. Take some guards to apprehend them. Inform the jailers that they are to be held in maximum security area until proper authorities can arrive from Travell.
Looks like I'm going in there regardless.
What? What are you talking about? Ark and the others are criminals. You can't do this.
I will accompany them, Thera. You have been misled. I am going to bring justice upon these miscreants.
No! They haven't done anything. They're trying to protect you.
Let's go for them now while they don't suspect our coming. Xanthus, do not let the princess out of your sight.
Yes, my liege. I shall not turn my eyes for a second. Oh, this is a fine turn of events! This is still a huge shock to me. Are you sure your knowledge is sound? How can I be a god, of all things, without knowing it?
Think deep down inside yourself, Ark. There are too many questions you have about your life that can be only explained this way. The strange powers you have, the fact that you were drawn to the Sword of Gaia without knowing what it was, Castor's grudge against you. Come on, you know it's true.
I don't know if I'm ready to believe it, but you're right.
I traveled with you all these years, and you never even told me you suspected that?
I never questioned you or the things you did, but now it turns out you're the one responsible for all this chaos and death?
I don't know if I want to believe this either. How can I be the squire of Castor's creator?
Alexis, how could I have known? Look at me and tell me that I haven't been a good person all these years. I feel just as ashamed as you that I have apparently been responsible for so much death. I feel humbled. I really do.
You're only a good person because you didn't remember who you were. I'm starting to feel sorry I ever trusted you.
Oh boy. Man, I didn't know. Please! I'm not sure what to say. I don't care what your motives are or what you've done. I just want to end this and get my sister back. There's some things we're going to need to discuss, but now's not the time. We have to learn to deal with this for now because we don't have the time to come to terms with it. Besides, didn't Martin say you came here to destroy Castoth because you felt guilty about what you had done? Yes, that's true. I don't care what I've done or who I was. I'm someone different now, and that means I have a duty to redeem myself. If it just so happens I'm some sort of all-powerful creator, that's just all the more reason to do what's right. What about you, Alexis?
It doesn't sit well with me that you did these horrible things. We need to talk about this sometime, but still. I agree with Lan. We need to focus on the task at hand for now. What I feel about you means nothing because we need your help. Doesn't mean I'm comfortable with the idea yet. I'm willing to put it aside for now.
Tell me how to defeat Castoth. I need to end this now.
In order to defeat Castoth once and for all, you must find and unseal the Sword of Ark. Once the two swords have been unsealed, you must take them to the two forges hidden somewhere on the edges of this world to restore their power. Once they are charged, if Ark himself wields them, Castoth should be able to be defeated. However, you'll also have to track Mercy's movements along the way and try to prevent him from killing any more people.
Speaking of which, he's due to arrive here any time now. Vera should send for us soon. Somehow we have to get Liara back as well.
Yes, and I have thought of a plan for that too. Lan, Mercy's requested a trade-off of the sword for your sister, correct?
Yes, that's right. He promises that she'll be returned without harm if we give him and Castoth the Sword of Gaia.
Then we shall give it to him, but not in the way he thinks. We must find out where the Sword of Ark lies, and Castoth will be able to pinpoint its location if the other sword is in close proximity.
So, what do we do?
Mercy's will inevitably arrive here, and where he will want the trade-off to occur. Instead, when he arrives, with the king prepared for his arrival, we fight him off and follow him when he flees. Legend says that Castoth is still somewhere in this area, but only Castoth's followers know where the place is. All the followers meet at this location. No doubt Mercy's will flee there if his mission fails.
I'm gonna go back there for new orders if his mission is successful. None of this is gonna happen! Because the king is coming for us, but not as an ally.
Yes, though I hope we can prevent that outcome. Anyway, the plan is simple. Track Mercy to the catacombs and offer the sword to Castoth himself. Castoth will no doubt accept, and at some point will divulge the location of the second sword.
Okay, so we're in Castoth's catacombs, surrounded by his followers, and then somehow we convince him to tell us this. How?
Alas, that I do not know.
Train him for the location. Give him me.
Oh.
You're trying to recruit Lan already, right? Through a dream? He has no way of knowing if or not Lan has decided to join him. Besides, in a way, I guess I deserve to face whatever punishment is tossed my way.
Okay, so what will you do?
Lan, you, Alexis, and Thera will tell Castoth that you have captured me, pacified me with the power of the Sword of Gaia. Now I don't know how its power's gone. I'll willingly wait in Castoth's catacomb, feigning amnesia. Meanwhile, you offer your help to Castoth. Tell him you get the Sword of Ark.
Okay, so how do we get you in the first sword back after all this?
Castoth's followers are mortal men, correct?
I'll use mind magic to escape from captivity when you return, and we'll retake Gaia's sword. With both swords, even powerless, there should be some sort of effect. We can use this and fight our way out of the place. Hopefully we can kill Mercy's in the process. If not, we'll just have to try and keep track of his actions while we search out the forges. No, I'd rather not let any more killing happen.
That plan, it could work. That way we can rescue Liara, find Castle's base of operations, and still end up with both swords. Speaking of which, Martin, do you know where any of the forges are?
Unfortunately, no. I did not choose their locations. They aren't listed in this book. However, I'm sure they're recorded somewhere.
How do you know? Can we find out?
I must have torn some guy's collections in this library. I'm sure one of them will hold a clue. While you carry out your plan, I shall study them in detail.
Okay, so it's settled. That's what we'll do. Now shall we go and see if they're as ready to send for us yet?
And here they are.
The Trevelyan generals.
Stay where you are, villains! You are hereby under arrest under order of the Emperor Trevel. Under arrest? Why? Don't play dumb with me, Charnian. You and that traitor there assassinated the King of Charn and made off in a Trevelyan flagship. I'm afraid to say that you're going right into the maximum security area until the Emperor can arrive to execute you.
Wait, we didn't assassinate the King of Charn. We're trying to help catch the true assassin. The King of Hushar is in danger. Arcanist, we don't have time for this. Where is the king? We must make sure he is under protection at all costs.
Do not attempt to lie, Ark. I saw you in the battlements of Charn's castle that day with my own eyes.
The Queen of Charn has threatened an all-out attack on Trevel lest the Emperor executes the assassin in front of Charnian emissaries. You caused a lot of chaos, you swindling bastard! But don't worry, I'll soon see your head cut off and everything will return to normal. And I'll no longer have to share the Emperor's recognition with a lawless nobody who can't even remember where he was born.
Arcanist, this is no time to act spiteful! Please listen to us! We are here to defend Hawkshire from the true killer!
You expect me to fall for your mind tricks too? Am I supposed to believe that? It's true, you self-righteous idiot! Ask Martin, ask Princess Thera! We're on a quest to stop all this chaos! Your Emperor could still be the next target. We need to stand and fight together.
It's true, know what they speak of. There's a crisis engulfing Legionwood as we speak, and they know how to stop it.
The scholar must be an accomplice of theirs. I see it now. They use his charisma and status to hoodwink the princess into leading them into Hawkshire to assassinate the king and implicate Trevel in yet another murder.
Come on! By the way, this episode should have ended a long time ago, but I want to end it until we're out of the cutscenes.
Shall we call for the guard, sir?
Yes, Thomas, fetch the captain of the guards. Tell him to prepare the dungeons. Meld and I will bring these traitors in.
Of course, sir. It will be a pleasure to see the traitor caught at last.
So, are you gonna come quietly, or do I have to take you by force? Ark, we can't fight. Why can't we fight them?
Man, these people are innocent. They're just doing their jobs. I don't want to take any more unnecessary lives. We'll figure something out. Let's just give in for now. Besides, if Mercy does appear soon, all these law enforcers will be here waiting for them.
Well, do you wish to go down eating steel?
It's okay, we give up. We'll come quietly. Good job, Arcanist. The Emperor will be proud of you.
How long is it now that we've been here? 3 days? 4? Every moment could be the time Mercy takes another life and the art is lost. Escape is impossible. The monsters that patrol this place, the other inmates, long turned insane, make every trip of our cell a nightmare. Out of our cell nightmare, at least I'll be executed soon. Once I'm dead, maybe I can find peace. Ark and Alexis haven't spoken a word to each other. I must admit, I feel strange in Ark's presence. I'm still not sure what to think about asking for help from the being who is ultimately responsible for these dark days. Mark himself seems oddly quiet. I gather he's ashamed of the actions and has perpetrated in his past. He seems eager to redeem himself. Maybe if he doesn't do what he did, maybe we could trust him again. And again, maybe Kastoth was right. Ark is trouble, but there's no doubt about that. It's because of him I may never see Liara again.
Lan! Hey, Lan! We're here to get you out.
What? Thera, what are you doing here? Oh my god! That guy! Is it possible he is the other guy on the front screen? Are you crazy? Thera, why have you come here? Why risk your life to break us out?
It's Mercy's. He's in the castle. Some guy spotted him in the throne room.
Oh, Thera, what happened? Don't tell me.
My father's dead. Mercy's has magically sealed himself in the throne room. He says he's waiting to meet someone.
Princess Thera told me the assassin wishes to make a deal with you. We free Martin and he told us of the situation and the plan you have made. Mercies is saying he will leave you in 20 minutes if you do not come. The bastard, he just slew King Zeta in cold blood! I can't let him escape! It is my duty as a knight to bring him to justice.
He's our next party member! But wait, we have 5. That doesn't make sense.
Mercy stopped to wait for us. Why would he do such a thing? He said that he had something you wanted, and was certain that you would show up to claim it.
Yara. Alas, we shall need to hurry. What about you? You are a royal knight. Why did you help Thera free us? What are you gonna do?
You are Ark, right? Martin told us about you. I'm not quite sure if I believe that you truly are what he says you are, but he said that it is imperative that you be freed, because you are the only hope we have to destroy Castoth. I know enough about Martin to never question or cast doubt on his wisdom. Besides, as a knight, my duty is to avenge the death of my king. The only way we're going to get close to that assassin is if you come with me.
Is it true what Martin said? Are you really the one responsible for Castoth's existence?
Yara, I still haven't figured out what to think of it myself. I know deep down inside it must be true, but I can't believe I did such vile things to the people of Legionwood. I don't know what to tell you. I understand that you might blame me for what has happened, but all I want right now is to put this chaos right.
I don't blame you, Ark. I feel that you should be given the right to redeem yourself. I'm going to help you achieve that. What's done is done, and it cannot be undone. But we need you now to help us stop anything more from happening.
What happened to the generals? Do they still believe we were involved? Who do these people of Hawkshire hold responsible?
Please, don't. We don't have any time. I don't want anyone else to die. Let's meet Mercedes before he leaves and Castoth kills Liara.
Oh, and I have a message from Martin. I almost forgot. He says that Mercedes knows that you would never ally yourself with Castoth due to your position in this conflict. He told me to tell you that Mercedes will jeopardize your plan. When we meet Mercedes, we are to kill him.
Yes, Martin says he can translate the map of all of Castoth's followers carry, which will lead us to Castoth. We'll take the map from Mercedes after he's been killed.
Killing Mercedes? Are you sure this is the only way?
Must be done if our plan is to succeed. It's no problem for me. I want him to feel my pain.
We better hurry. We only have 20 minutes to reach the throne before Mercedes leaves.
Agreed. Let's hurry. If we all work together, we can kill this evil man once and for all. Oh, and before I forget, Martin told me to give you this. Tactician Tome. This is a book describing many different tactical formations for battle. Since we'll be traveling in a large group, we'll need to adjust our battle formations regularly.
Okay, so this is going to have more than 4 party members. Alright, I was thinking that this was going to be a game where there was just going to be 4 party members that were in your group throughout the entire story. Like, maybe fluctuations. I thought we were going to lose Ark soon and get this guy. But now I'm thinking we might actually get Liara back because we're going to have a large group. And we might even get some more members that aren't on the opening screen. That's exciting.
Alright, I understand. Let's go.
Feels more natural to say alright.
Xanthus joined.
I only have 4 active party members who are able to participate in battle at any one time. In order to adjust which party members you want to use in the fight, you'll need to use the Tactician Tome in your key menu. This item allows you to modify and review your active party assignment. Remember that characters who don't fight will not level up. Try to make sure you rotate your party regularly and keep your backup members up to speed. Oh, that's gonna... No! No! No!
I have a timer. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!